Chandrayaan-3 is going to be the world's first mission to soft land near the lunar south pole. It would take roughly 42 days for the lander and rover to reach the moon and attempt a soft landing. Last time in 2019, Chandrayaan-2 crash-landed on the lunar surface. It was a partial failure and it triggered a very innovative method adopted by the Indian Space Research Organization for the follow-up mission Chandrayaan-3. Chandrayaan-3 is similar to Chandrayaan-2 and yet very different. Chandrayaan-3 lander and rover will attempt to land at the exact same spot attempted by its predecessor in September 2019. But unlike a combination of orbiter, lander and rover, Chandrayaan-3 will have only the lander and rover, but no orbiter. Instead, it will use the orbiter of Chandrayaan-2, which is still operational and has been sending valuable data from its 9 in situ instruments. The propulsion module of the Chandrayaan-3 mission will have just a single instrument named Spectropolarimetry of Habitable Planet Earth, which will analyze the spectrum of Earth to generate data for habitable planets. Another addition to the Chandrayaan-3 mission is the Laser Retroreflector Array or LRA. It is being sent with the lander. LRA would be a passive experiment to understand the dynamics of the moon system. The other 3 payloads being launched with the mission are the same as that of the Vikram lander on Chandrayaan-2.
Vikram entered into orbit around the moon, but the surface mission failed in September 2019. The lander Pragyan crashed instead of executing a slow descent. ISRO later identified a problem in the guidance software and an unexpected dispersion in the propulsion system during certain phases of the descent. This time Chandrayaan-3 rocket will place the payload in an elliptical orbit around the Earth, where a propulsion module will take over and pilot the lander to a circular orbit around the moon. Finally, around 23rd and 24th August, the lander will detach and begin a series of maneuvers culminating in a gradual landing over the surface of the moon.
All previous spacecraft to have landed on the moon have landed in the equatorial region. Whether it's US or Russia, they all landed a few degrees latitude north or south of the lunar equator. The furthest that any spacecraft has gone from the equator was Surveyor 7, launched by NASA, which made a moon landing way back on January 10, 1968. This spacecraft landed near 40 degrees south latitude. A successful Chandrayaan-3 will not only elevate India into the elite group of lunar explorers as the 4th country to do so, but it would also mark India's expertise to do so at the most tough circumstances and in virgin lunar territory.